I hate how the passage of time works. Everything just moves too damn fast. I looked at my thing, right, on YouTube, and it's like, you haven't uploaded in 14 days. It's 13. I was like, what? There's no way it was that long ago. It was my last upload. That's insane. You're pulling my leg, YouTube. Lies and propaganda. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to confirm to you that it is indeed been about 2 weeks since my last upload, and I hate this keyboard so much. Why are you being stupid? Work. This keyboard is buns, man. But it is that bad. This keyboard's horrible. Anyway, we're back. Yay, we're back. Yeah, no. So this is gonna be kind of a mini series, and I asked you guys what you wanted to see first. I was like, do you guys want to see FSX first or 2004 first? Which is, of course, a stupid question, right? I knew it was gonna win, but I just, you never know, right? Recently, there was a sale on the sim market. Tropical Sim and Thai Creations had a sale a couple weeks ago, and that was kind of like that random post I made about, oh, the sale is gonna end in a couple days if you want to pick something up. So yeah, I got all the Thai Creations scenery in Asia, and I'm building up Asia very nicely, and most of you guys say that, yeah, you should keep building up Asia, building up Asia, yeah. And I was able to get 3 Tropical Sim add-ons before I looked at my bank account and was like, brother, come on. You gotta stop. And stop I did, right? And I didn't want to stop because they were all great prices, but realistically I was like, yeah, I need to eat food. So I got 3 airports, and here we are, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this, but is it Curaçao? I know it's probably not Curaçao. There's no way it's Curaçao. It's gotta be Curaçao. Well, I was way off. No way, brother.
It's pronounced as Curaçao. Curaçao.
I knew it. See. I'm smart. All right, so that was fun. Curaçao. All right, and that's where we're at right now. This is one of the airports that I got on sale from Tropical Sim, along with St. Lucia, which is where we are headed to tonight for this evening's flight in our Beechcraft. We got some rum. We're gonna take over to St. Lucia tonight. It's a shame because this airport, I didn't see it on the list for my airport enhancement services, so we don't get any of that, unfortunately. Tonight we will have our route plugged into the GPS here. It's just, it'll make the route more direct, and we don't have to do a bunch of zigzags and extend the route any longer than it has to be. So I just kind of loaded it into the GPS because I can't be bothered to do it here. Because the one thing about Flight Simulator, until like really recently, is that using these GPS systems has always been kind of a pain. So it's a shame, but I might have something on the way. We'll fix that, hopefully, right? So we'll see. But until then, we're just gonna navigate by radios, or like in this case, we'll just I'll plug the route in, I guess, beforehand. Tonight's route will take us eastward, and we're gonna go. I opted out again of going, taking any like official like route ways that would have us go more south to connect with the Margarita del Caribe VOR. I was like, I don't feel like doing all that. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. I'm like, It's too hot in here for that shit, man. I need to keep this shit as direct as I possibly can so I don't boil alive in my own room. So we're just gonna cut across the ocean. It'll make for a more boring flight because there's not a lot to see during this 290 nautical mile stretch. But, you know, whatever, it is what it is. We'll connect with G&D, Bishop St. George's VOR. From there, head north right up the Alpha 324, and that should put us right into St. Lucia, sorry. And yeah, that's gonna be, I believe, I don't think there's any like instrument like help for St. Lucia's, at least not that I can see that Sky Vector can give me. So maybe it's time to like invest in Navigraph or something like that that can, you know, give me some actual like charts. You know, like, you know, the YouTube channel is doing good. Maybe it's time to, you know, up production just a smidget. 15,000 feet is the flight level we will go up to today. I'm actually not sure like what the max altitude. I think I saw somewhere it's like 23,000 feet. So I don't know. It's not like we need to be that high, right? For this aircraft, we keep the beacon off because it's annoying. Another thing about this airplane that's kind of like, I wish they would, you know, change that. So you can't like start the plane in the VC. You have to start it in here because these ignition switches you can only press in the 2D panel, and these generator switches are also in op in the VC, so that's pretty stupid. We got one good start. Alright, let's do the other one. There it is, there's two good starts. They don't look so good. You know those balloon animals you see like at parties? That's kind of what they remind me of. They're just balloon animal pilots. Nav, and again, keep the beacons off. We'll make sure our taxi's on this time, and we'll head on out. Man, I really don't trust this keyboard. It took me like 5 minutes to try and get those flaps down. Like, it's crazy. I had to go plug it in and then it responded. Like, this keyboard is just not good. I think that's a -8 coming in. By the time we get in position, he should have landed already, so figure I cam up for takeoff this time. Haven't done that in a while. So we wait for our -8 friend to come on in. Let's see what she got there, buddy boy. Maybe that's not a Dash 8. What is that? I don't know what that is. Kind of looks like a... maybe an otter with a retractable landing gear? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Very good, though. Alright, let's do a little run up here. Condition levers. All the way up. Don't hit the wrong key, please. Landing lights. Where are my strubs? What does this do? Tail flood. Oh, that's for the light. I mean, I don't guess I need it right now, but maybe in a little bit. Yeah, I should really start using checklists because I just think to myself all the time, especially with new airplane, that I'm forgetting something important, and I might be. Right? Oh well, I guess. This thing takes off like a rocket. Jesus. All right, I can't hear, so I'm gonna have to turn this up a bit. Center line. And we're gonna have to hook it 180 degrees to get back on the direction where we need to go. So, oof, wiggly. Upsy daisy, Bubba. Come on, gear. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear that. It's just very quiet for me, so... Not over torque. Flaps can come up. There it is. It's nice when it works the first time, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, there's that sun glare. Alright, let's, over. Look at that water, is so pretty. Alright. Just like that, we are climbing, so let's trim her out a little bit. about 1,000. About 1,000 feet is what we want, give or take. Dial it back just a little bit. Okay. Let's see about this autopilot. If I remember how to use it. Select nav. Okay, so we'll do vertical speed. Oops. Keep it at climb. And this course selector isn't like that important since we're on GPS, so. But we'll try and keep it in this sort of general direction, right? So, okay. Taxi landing can come off. Did I not turn the nav on? I swore I did. See, checklists. Do as I say, not as I do. Right. Alright. We are up. now, ladies and gentlemen, for the longest part of the trip. Look at the ocean, man. It's so, like, it's so vast. Wow. Yeah. You know, it's crazy, too. Like, I still kind of do, but it's one of those things that I want to do, but, like, I don't have anybody to do it with. I've always wanted to work on a cruise ship and, like, play in a jazz band, but not, like, in, like, the stage or performances, because I'm not a great sight reader, and that's one of the requirements that you need to play in like the concert band, right? You need to be a great sight reader of sheet music, and I'm okay, but, like, you know, I'm not, like, fantastic, but I think it would be more fun anyway to play, like, the individual venues on the ship with, like, your boys and, like, the homies, or, like, a group of homies, and just, like, play whatever you want and, like, whatever the vibe is. I think that would be more fun, and just travel around on ships and, like, play. Like, I've always wanted to travel, honestly, too. I would love it if I could, like, be a travel, like, vlogger and just travel around the world and eat food and stuff, and, like, review hotels or whatever. I don't know, it's just something I've always wanted to do. Of course, I'd bring a laptop or something to play Flight Simulator and, like, other games. You know, for those of you who've ever flown before, playing Flight Simulator on an actual airplane, it's pretty, like, trippy. I highly suggest it. 10 out of 10 experience. Although, like, it is kind of it can get kind of weird, right? Like, you know, like, if it's not very roomy, like, there's nowhere to really put your joystick, or at least have, like, a really small one. Or, like, nowadays you can plug up your Xbox controller. So I mean, yeah, no, playing Flight Simulator in, like, a busy airport, or, like, you know, on an airplane, it's pretty interesting. It's like that extra element of, like, you know, airplane that gets added into the experience. Like, real airplanes, like, I don't know, like, for those who've done it, like, you know what I'm talking about. It would be kind of difficult, though, to, like, bring all of this with me. Like, if I'm traveling around, and, like, I've always had a dream of living in Southeast Asia, and, you know, I would want to keep doing this, because it's a lot of fun and I love doing it, but I don't know if I would trust, like, the baggage people to handle my computers. Like, they would need to be handled, and then, you know, on top of that, I would have to figure out how to, you know, just, I don't know, it would be kind of, I would have to, like, figure out how to put it all on a laptop. Like, there's just no way, like, I would drag, like, these two computers with me. I would just have to bring multiple laptops and do it that way. I'd have to find a really, really old laptop for Flight Simulator 2098. But I could bring my, like, mini, like, keyboard and, you know, my mixer and stuff, because those are, like, these are really small, alright? To mix and make music with. Maybe I would just have to, like, run emulators, which, I mean, okay, that's cool, I guess, but, like, that kind of defeated the purpose of me building these, like, computers. I don't know. Maybe I'll go and travel and then come back to the States and make Flight Simulator videos, and then go out and travel and then come back. I don't know. As the sun sets over the horizon. Man, these water textures are pristine. Very nice. And, you know, I implore you guys out there who are making your own sort of, like, Flight Simulator 2004 build. There's a ton of water textures out there, so don't, like, get one and think it looks great and then settle for it, because there might be others out there that you like better. I would say download a few of them first before, like, picking one. And there's really only been a few water textures out there that I just didn't like. Like, most of them are a pretty decent improvement. Now, there's the sunset textures. Most of them are a pretty decent improvement over, you know, what the default stuff is. So, And that's not even to say that the default water textures are bad. I was one to think that, you know, they were actually pretty alright, and believe it or not, I wasn't even gonna change them. I was just gonna leave it the way it was, and then I'm like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I like a more subtle wave movement like this, but some of the water was like really like wavy and too much. That's one of the criticisms I have with Flight Simulator X and their water texture. I think the Flight Simulator X textures are just trying too hard, and the replacement textures I have for that, which you'll see in the next episode, fix that problem. I think even improve the frame rates even slightly, you know, because it's not doing as much. We're not quite at the halfway point, but we're getting there. Once we cross these islands here where SVLB is, we'll be sorta kinda at the halfway point. We'll call it the beginning of the middle. Lots of time to kill. What did you guys used to do back in the day? Like before like multi-monitors were common, and how'd you have the time like pass? Because I'm sitting here right now watching YouTube. But before that, like I don't know how many of you guys saw my my 2000s setup video, but before that I only had the main laptop was the only thing connected to the internet. And I remember there was a kneeboard mod that let you browse the internet, and that was such a game changer. But I would, like, before, like, even that, like, I had a PSP, and I would just play on my PSP, and I would even browse the internet on that. And then, you know, my Game Boy Advance SP, I missed that thing. I gave my PSP to my brother, and I traded in my Game Boy Advance. I would give anything to have my Game Boy back. I miss it. The PlayStation was downstairs in the basement, so I didn't have that. Oh, yeah, I was kind of like, it was either the PSP or my Game Boy or nothing, right? Such a pretty flight deck this is. It's still like, wow, I'm a sucker for nice lighting. You know what this reminds me of? Back in the day, and back in the day meaning like, I don't know, 5 years ago, right? In my old room, right? I had like neon, not neon, but like, I guess neon like black lights in my room, like when I was, for when I was streaming. And it kind of reminds me of something like this. Like when I was streaming or making music, I would turn them on, and you know, the setup would glow like this. It was really cool. I miss that room. I even had like my own air conditioner unit. Our old house had air conditioning, right? But you know, it just got really hot in my room because the sun would come straight through the windows. I had double windows, and I had, you know, my computers, and, you know, it would just generate a lot of heat. And, you know, that the air in that house didn't really move as well as you would think it would with a house with HVAC. So I just got one of those, like, mini portable AC things and stuck it in the window. Stuck the little tube in the window. And, oh man, it was so good. And I can't do that here because these windows swing out. Like, you gotta twirl the thingy and it'll swing out, and yeah. So we just stick the box fan in the doorway, and hopefully like some of the air from the AC out in the living room can waft into here. But yeah, I forgot to tell you guys too, like in the last episode, since the flight was so short, I tried ultimate terrain and I tried putting it into the sim, and not this flight sim, my flight sim 04 on my XP machine that I used like a test bench, right? And I'm glad I did that because it really didn't sync very well with the add-ons and like the mods and stuff that I have implemented already, and a lot of it was out of place. You know, I tried even just adding like the little lights, the little glow lights that light up, that kind of act like street lights, and you know, that worked. But what happens is that it gets rid of some of the auto-generated buildings, and I don't know why that is. And I like my little auto-gen buildings. They're nice. It makes it nice and stuff. I know, after playing around with it a bit, I just decided like I'm just better off without ultimate terrain in Flight Simulator 2004. I'm gonna still get it for Flight Simulator X and dress that sim up when I get the extra cash. But yeah, no, like for Flight Simulator 04, I'm just gonna leave it off, and that's pretty crazy because I remember running both Ground Environment Pro and Ultimate Terrain back in the day, and I thought it looked okay, but I don't know, like, you know, I guess maybe I'm looking at things with a more like closer eye, since I'm really like, you know, trying to make a masterpiece here. I want it to be just the way I want it, and you know, if the bridges and things are out of sync, then I mean there's really no point in. So yeah, no ultimate terrain for this sim, and I couldn't put it completely back to normal like in the other sims too, so I probably will have to just uninstall the mods and put them back on, which is kind of a pain, but which is why I have that test bench sim, so I don't have to mess this one up. I can mess that one up if I want to, and this one will stay intact. We will do some modern flight sims here on this channel. Like that was always going to be a thing, right? But don't see like that I uploaded like Flight Simulator 2020 or X-Plane 11 or 12 or something like that and be like, how dare you? Because that was always like the plan, right? I want to do a little bit of everything, mostly doing, you know, Flight Simulator 2004, but like I do want to step into the realm of like the newer stuff, and you know, it's good to know that, you know, most of you said that, yeah, you'd still fuck with the content if, you know, I did some modern stuff. And I made that poll when I thought the sim market nuked all the Flight Simulator 2004 and FSX stuff. And I was sitting here just in a complete and utter panic, wondering what I should do. Like, I had a half-finished computer downstairs that I dedicated the sim to, that they just nuked like all of the add-ons that I wanted, and like the whole point of me making that computer, this computer, is now gone. I was actually panicking. Market, if you're not watching, but never do that again. Like, you gave me a damn heart attack sitting up here panicking like, shit, fuck. I mean, like, I guess, like, the YouTube channel would have lived on through Flight Simulator 2002 and 2000, and sometimes 98 and 95, but, like, you know, the main event of the channel, what we're doing now, like, it wasn't gonna happen, at least, you know, as far as what I was seeing. So I was throwing a fit. That, you know, not on top of that, like, I just spent a bunch of money on computer parts. So yeah, I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? I was like, all these new people that subscribe to me, like, aren't gonna, like, stay around. So that, you know, that's when I asked, like, are you gonna stay around? And most of you were like, yeah, we like you. And I'm like, really? Aw. Yeah, the modern flight sims were always gonna be a thing. It's cool that you guys are, like, cool with that. and I appreciate that. I don't know about 2024 though. Like I have my reservations about 24. I just don't like that it's always online, and you have to be online. Like you don't have an option to not be online. And back in my day, right? You know, I remember Xbox tried doing something like that, and we all just like lost our collective shit. Like what are you talking about? What do you mean we always have to be online? I forget the details of that because I was always a PlayStation guy until I switched to PC. But so I wasn't really like worried about it. I was just kind of laughing at Xbox people, and that was back in the era where, like, you know, PlayStation Network was still free. So not only do you have to pay for like playing online and multiplayer, but now you have to always be online for anything to work. That's fucked. And I guess I still have that mindset because, like, I just don't like the idea of needing to be on the internet. Because, like, what happens when it goes down, you know? Like, what happens if, like, years and years from now you want to play, but they just pull the service from you? It's like, at least with 2020, they made an offline mode. I don't guess I hated 2020 when they released it. I just thought it was extremely undercooked and the performance was terrible. But according to that poll, you guys say that it's a lot better now and it's worth taking a second look at. So I think that's what we'll do. I probably sooner rather than later, I would say. An airport down there. I think that was also on sale, but you know, like I said, I could only afford to get 3 of these since I bought up all of the other ones, and I didn't think that we would be going into the night like this. I kind of hoped that we got a daytime landing, or at least, you know, sort of sunset, but I guess the time in the sim isn't or is faster. I don't know, or maybe I didn't have the correct time set after all. That's probably what happened. Yeah, it's got June 17th. That is today. What's up with that? Is it not accurate to, like, I don't know, daylight savings? It's supposed to be a lot brighter than this outside right now, but I don't know. Maybe there's a mod or something I can download, because that's strange. Oh well, whatever. About 100 to go, and just out of curiosity, we do have a VOR. We have a VOR 10. We got a VOR DME 25. I don't know. What are we feeling like tonight, boys? I was just gonna do a visual. It's nice enough weather for that. Like, I don't have any charts or anything in front of me. Now, let me see what I can find here. You lie. You are not on Sky Vector. That is also not St. Lucia. Teeny tiny. It's like this big. Alright, you know what? I don't know. Should we just blindly trust the GPS? I don't know if I want to do that. That is not St. Lucia? No, that isn't. Oh, no, it's blurry as shit. What the hell? What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, okay. You know what? Forget it. We'll just do a visual like we we'll be descending shortly. So yeah. Hang tight and we'll be down in a minute. did it, boys. No, I'm a clown. I must now burn it down and retire. No, we floated. The whole flight is ruined. Flaps up, please. Thank you. Oh well, what are you gonna do, right? It happens to the best of us. I should have put more time into this plane, like instead of messing around with my Grand Caravan. I'm so upset. Dang it. What are you gonna do, right? There's no use beating yourself up for it. Taxi lights are doing me more harm than good. But welcome to St. Lucia, where I believe the local time is the same as here, but maybe not. I guess my local time would be not 8:39. Pay attention. It's 8:39 and it's still not even remotely dark outside. I mean, I guess it's dim, but not dark like this, so I don't know what that's about. I hope we're not cutting across the grass. Like, I can't tell, honestly. Rolling on up. This is the passenger terminal. I got precious rum in the back that we need to get to the people. It's important. I hope that you enjoyed that. Yeah, we should have parked over there. Oh well. Taxiway textures aren't great, but you know. Oh well, I guess. Watch me be on the grass or some shit. Guys, thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers to the channel. We're almost at 600? Yeah, 600. Wouldn't that be cool? 1,000 subscribers. Why is this still spinning? Slowly crawling our way to 1,000 subscribers. Well, not slowly at all. Like, it is the quickest I've ever grown, so cool to see. Thank you everybody, and some more neat stuff on the horizon for sure.